You guys can't break the law. You parked here with no lights on. So why can't I park here?
Sir, this gentleman needs your license.
It's not happening. Not happening. Give me your supervisor.
We're gonna pull you out of the car.
That's fine with me.
Okay, let's do it.
The driver was parked legally when an officer from the Glendora Police Department initiated an unjustified stop, claiming there was a "no stopping anytime" sign. When the driver challenged this claim, pointing out that no such sign was visible, the officer insisted there was one hidden behind a tree. Under California Vehicle Code, Section 21461A, a traffic control device must be visible and legible to be enforceable. If a sign is obstructed, it cannot be used as the basis for a traffic violation. The officer then escalated the situation by demanding the driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance. The driver, knowing his rights, refused to comply, as California law only requires a driver to present identification if they are lawfully detained for a valid traffic infraction, which was not the case here.
Hey sir, how's it going?
Pretty good, brother. How you doing?
Good, how are you? Hey, I'm Officer Lib, Glendora Police Department. The reason I pulled you over is that there's no stopping anytime here.
There's no signs.
There's a sign right there, and there's a sign
Sign where?
right behind on the other side of Vermont.
On the other side?
Yeah.
So there's not one on this side.
There's a sign right there, right in front of Glendora.
But there's nothing here saying no parking.
From that sign to that sign, it says no stopping.
There's no sign. I can't see it by a tree.
There's a sign right there, sir.
Where?
Do you have your license, registration, proof of insurance?
Why?
Because I need to properly identify you.
You're not identifying me.
I am identifying you.
You're not going to identify me.
I'm going to identify you.
No, you're not.
Can you lower your passenger window?
Nope. You can call Kodavik and he'll know who I am.
Sir, can I have your ID, please?
No, sir.
No? Why not?
There's no reason to.
I'm properly detaining you.
For what?
You're not allowed to.
There's no parking signs. Can I get out and look?
No, you cannot.
Why?
Because there's a sign right there and a sign right there.
There's no sign here. There's no sign here on this street, on this block, from that block to that block. There's no sign saying no parking.
There's a sign that says no stopping right there.
There's no sign. I'm looking at it dead right here. There's no sign. It says no stopping. You guys were parked here, which I got you on film, with no emergencies on.
That's fine.
So why is that fine?
I was consensually contacting somebody.
But you didn't have emergencies on, so it's not a consensual contact. You have to have emergencies on if you're doing due diligence in your job. I know that because I've got 70 years of law enforcement, and one of them's a fallen officer in my family.
Okay.
So I know it.
Okay. So then you know that you need to properly identify yourself.
Not if I haven't done anything wrong.
You're doing something currently wrong right now as we speak.
No, I'm not.
There's a no stopping anywhere sign.
There is no stopping sign with invisibility. If it's covered by a tree, that's on your guys' city to uncover it by a tree. Which that is covered by a tree where I'm sitting. As we can see here, there is no parking signs. The only sign you can see from here where I'm parked is the village. So give me your supervisor. Let me have your supervisor.
I'm not getting my supervisor.
Give me your supervisor now.
I'm not getting my
I'm not doing this. Give me your supervisor. I'm holding you guys accountable, and you guys want to do turn around and try to mess with me. So nope. Get your supervisor. I'm not saying another word. Fifth Amendment, Fourth Amendment, First Amendment, 14th Amendment, 8th Amendment, 242, 241, 1983.
Okay. I'm not trying to mess with you, sir.
As the driver continued to assert his rights, the officer attempted to intimidate him by insisting on compliance. However, the driver firmly refused, citing his Fourth and Fifth Amendment rights. Under California Penal Code Section 148G, refusing to identify oneself is not grounds for arrest unless there is reasonable suspicion of a crime. Despite multiple requests for a supervisor, the officers outright refused, a clear violation of standard police accountability protocols. The driver then pointed out the officers' hypocrisy, as they themselves had been parked in the same location without emergency lights, further proving the stop was retaliatory rather than lawful.
Hey, all I'm doing was watching to make sure you guys weren't doing anything to that homeless lady. That's all I was doing. If you guys don't want to be held accountable,
Nothing's wrong with that, but you got to park your vehicle legally.
but there's nothing here saying no parking.
There's a sign up there. There's a sign up there, and you're blocking the roadway clearly.
You guys were too, and you guys didn't have emergency lights on.
We have the legal right to
No,
do so.
not without emergency lights. If you're performing your duty, then you have to have emergency lights on.
I'm not here to argue with you. The officer asked for your registration.
I'm not giving
your
it.
ID.
I'm not giving it. Get your supervisor. Get your supervisor.
I'm his direct supervisor.
I don't get your supervisor. I've got 70 years. I got 70 years of law enforcement in my life. My mom, my dad, my stepmom's a fallen officer. I know exactly what I'm doing.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Like I told you, sir. My condolences. I'm extremely sorry for the lawsuit.
I'm not worried about that. You don't have to be sorry. It happened a lot of years ago, and I didn't say that. Sorry. Thank you very much for saying sorry.
Okay.
But I am not giving my ID up because I was sitting here making sure you guys were not messing around with the homeless lady. There's no parking signs right here. There's nothing visible. You have to have it visible. That's state law that you have to have signs visible by the state. If there's being covered by trees, that's on the city to remove them from the signs so people like myself pull over.
And it's your responsibility not to block the roadway either.
I'm not blocking the roadway. There's nothing here that says no parking. You guys were parked here at the same time with no emergency lights on. If you guys are doing your duty, you have to have your emergency lights on. So there's no difference in me being parked here or you guys being parked here with no lights. Plain and simple. There's no difference. You guys can't break the law. You parked here with no lights on. So why can't I park here?
Sir, this gentleman needs your license.
It's not happening.
Proof of insurance.
Not happening. Give me your supervisor.
We're gonna pull you out of the car. If
That's fine with me.
Okay, let's do it. Come out. Put your hands behind your back.
You could just leave all that in the car.
You're not gonna stop me from fucking
Well, we're
wallet's right there.
We're gonna put you in handcuffs, so we're gonna take this out of your
Why?
hand now.
Drop it.
Why?
Put your hands behind your back.
You can get my ID right there.
Okay.
I want your supervisor.
I told you I'm here.
Have done nothing wrong.
When I ask you for your ID,
I haven't done anything wrong.
I told you.
Dude, you guys were parked here too. That's all I was doing is you guys were parked here too. I was just watching you guys. My wallet's right there.
All right, come over here, sir.
With no valid reason to arrest the driver, the officers resorted to force, threatening to pull him out of the vehicle. Under 42 U.S. Code Section 1983, law enforcement officers can be held liable for violating a citizen's constitutional rights under the color of law. The driver continued to assert his innocence, stating that he was only monitoring the officers to ensure they were not harassing a homeless woman. Instead of addressing their unlawful stop, the officers forcibly removed the driver from his car, violating his Fourth Amendment protection against unreasonable seizures. Their actions were not about enforcing the law, but about retaliating against someone who knew his rights and refused to be intimidated. Like and subscribe for more police cam stories. Watch the next recommended video. Click to watch now.